media, I'm constantly seeing like friendship groups, and it's just like, I don't have that. I don't have that. And it makes me feel like there's something wrong with me. Hi everyone, welcome to the More Mosha YouTube channel. My name is Rafaela, and in today's video we're going to be designing or making a drawing of my OC because I want to create a webcomic. And I've never made a webcomic before. This is going to be the first time ever. I'm currently in the process of writing a story, thinking of the characters, thinking of the design, thinking of like the whole aspect of my webcomic. So this is like starting completely from scratch, and I have no like official background. So I didn't go to school of art or do art in school, except in secondary school, but that doesn't really count. So yeah, the whole purpose of this channel is really just to document me like doing art and hopefully getting to the point where I can publish a webcomic, which is really exciting and really fun. I've already said that I've never done it before, but we're gonna see how it goes. So the way I'm thinking of doing these videos is I'm going to be drawing or creating something towards my comic, and then I will just have like a split screen of what I'm doing, and then I'll have like a topic of in which I'll discuss something whilst I am doing said activity. So in today's topic, we're going to be talking about not fitting in, because that's how I've been feeling a lot lately. Yeah, we're just gonna split the screen. I'm gonna try and make it look nice. Bear with me if this is not like the most high quality video. I'm still like getting used to everything, and if I start waffling, I'm really sorry again. I'm just gonna like try not to do that. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so I'd actually started recording this when I had like a completely blank page, and I realized drawing and talking is actually very, very difficult. So I stopped recording and I done like the underlying sketch that I would need just to make it easier to like talk about the topic and do the drawing. I have some notes here of what I want to talk about. I literally just put this together like a couple minutes ago, so if it's really like wishy-washy, that is why. But yeah, let's get started. Oh, before anything, I'm going to show you, so this is like an idea of what I want for my main character. Let me show you her. So this is what I want. Well, in the end, this is like my first initial concept for my main character. Her name is going to be Bonnie. I love Bonnie. I don't know what it is about that name, but I just love it. So this is Bonnie. This is our MC. Yeah, so I've drawn her in different I've tried to like experiment with different styles. So this is a drawing that I done a couple months ago. So yeah, I did in like the septum, the Medusa piercing, the eyebrow piercing, which I also got. Yeah, and I just experimented with like this like kind of shading. I don't really know how I feel about it, but that's how it came out. I also done this drawing, which I posted all to my Instagram, which is going to be somewhere in the video. I don't know where. Yeah, so let's continue with our drawing. Actually, no, we're gonna start with the topic. So the topic is obviously not fitting in. So as of recently, I've like really struggled with the whole idea of not having a place to belong. For me, I feel like I don't know if I found my soul tribe yet. I feel like I haven't. And I feel like with social media, it's kind of, how do I explain it? It feels like you always need to be maybe in an aesthetic or in like a group. And I feel like I don't belong anywhere. And that's like really affected my self-esteem and my confidence, because I feel like, okay, there might be something wrong with me then, because everyone else has like friends and like everyone's doing like really great, but I feel like I'm just like I don't see myself in any particular area in life, if that makes sense. So I done the rough sketch. This was it. Then I added in the flesh, then that, and then I added in clothes. Now we can get rid of the sketch. So that's how it looks. She bold, but we're gonna give her some nice hair. And then we add in the hair and the tie. I don't know why I done the tie on a separate layer, but that's how I ended up doing it. So yeah, this is what we've got right now, and we're just gonna like clean it up a little bit, make it look a bit nicer, and then we can start adding in the color, which is so exciting. Let's create a folder. Let me continue drawing as I speak about this subject. So yeah, I feel like I'm currently in a phase in my life where I don't really know who I am. So I feel like I'm constantly trying to be someone that I'm not. And what that means for me is like, depending on what setting I'm in, I tend to like mold myself to be more, I guess, pleasing to whoever I'm speaking to. And that's something that I've been working on trying to improve, that I don't need to mold myself to be like anybody to be accepted, and I shouldn't want to be accepted by everybody, because at the end of the day, not everyone's going to like you, and that's all right. You don't need to be liked by everyone, but I know what it feels like to want to be liked. And I hate when people say this, but it's not like I'm a bad person. Like, I'm not mean to people, unless you're mean to me, but even then, like, I'm very non-confrontational. Like, if someone does something mean to me, I'm just gonna be like, and when I get home, I'll cry. Then I'll be like, oh shit, I should have said that, but I won't do it in the moment. Anyways, we're getting off track. So the main thing is that I don't feel like I fit in anywhere. I don't feel like I have a soul tribe. I don't even know if that exists. But I feel like in media, I'm constantly seeing like friendship groups, and it's just like, I don't have that. And it makes me feel like there's something wrong with me. I'm just confused like most of the time. So in order to overcome this, I have tried like experimenting with different hobbies to see what kind of things I enjoy, you know. So yeah, I feel like now more than ever people want to belong somewhere, and this is why we see so many like aesthetic groups, especially like with TikTok, and it's like you're constantly told that you need to fit an aesthetic, you need to be part of something. And I'm guilty. I 100% have felt like, okay, am I like cottagecore? Am I a goth babe? What am I? Like, I don't know what I am. Like, I enjoy multiple things, but I just don't feel like I can see myself pertaining to one particular group. I have so many thoughts in my head. It's so hard to like get out properly. So this is gonna be like a really like raw video. I've been trying to tell myself that you just need to like embrace your uniqueness, and it's okay to not fit in. It is difficult because everywhere you go, it feels like everyone has found their place in the world. This sounds so cringy, oh god, but it doesn't matter. Everyone has found their place, they know what they're doing, they have their friends, and everything just seems so good for them. So it's like, why can't I find that? And yeah, that's genuinely just how I feel. So how have I been trying to overcome this feeling? Mainly I've been trying to put myself out of my comfort zone. I spend a lot of time at home, especially because I work from home. So I spend a lot of time at home because I work from home. So I don't really have a reason to go out except when I need to do like grocery shopping or like run some errands. So I spend most of my time at home, right? So I've kind of like made it my duty to go out more. And I don't live in a particularly like lively area. Like I live next to a lot of like old people. Yeah, old people basically. So it's like there's not much going on in my area. And as well, because I didn't go to university, it means that I didn't get that university experience, which I don't know if that's aided in me feeling how I currently feel, but there's no turning back now. Like I've made the decision. Oh yeah, and another thing that I find myself doing is I try to make myself small. So if I'm in a big crowd of people, I try to be as small as possible so I'm not noticed, that like literally no one can tell that I'm there. I'm so quiet. I try to make myself so small, and I feel like if I'm already invisible, like why try and I guess be extroverted? Does that make sense? Basically, I try to make myself feel small because that's how I feel. Like I feel like I'm not noticed, I'm not there. So like I'm not gonna try and put myself out there more. And yeah, that all just aids in me feeling not fitting in. It's like if I'm not gonna fit in, I might as well just not be there, kind of thing. And that results in me wanting to like make myself feel smaller than how I already feel. And I guess the solution could probably be, just put yourself out there more, be more extroverted. Bitch, that's fucking hard. That's really fucking hard, and that's never been like my personality, and I don't think it ever will be. So yeah, that's how I feel. COVID definitely like impacted my life in a way that I'm still feeling today, in which I don't really have a lot of friends around me, especially in my area, and it can lead to me feeling very alone and feeling once again like I don't fit in because I'm in an area that I didn't grow up in. So people are different. People act different to where I used to live. Like I used to live in London, where I am right now is like completely different. To be honest, when I first like started creating this video, I thought I would go in with the intentions of, okay, I'm gonna say bam 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 and then I'll give like a solution, but realistically I don't have the solution, because if I did, I wouldn't be in this predicament. I feel like I put a lot of pressure on myself to know what to do all the time, and I've come to realize that life isn't that easy. It really isn't. I'm still dealing with impact, not even dealing with impacts. What I meant to say was I put a lot of pressure on myself to be the best, do the best, and sometimes I just know all the answers, have everything figured out. Basically, I feel like I always need to have things figured out, and sometimes that just isn't the case, and that's how I feel as of this moment. I feel like I need to know. I always need to know what is happening and fix everything, and this is one of those things that I can't fix. I'm just going on through life. Yeah, maybe I should move on to a different topic. Right. So my webcomic, and I guess the whole gist of this channel. So I would love to create a webcomic. Why? Because I love art and I love storytelling. I really love watching anime as well. I just love the visuals. I love reading mangas and just seeing how those pictures on drawings on the page then become animated, and I just wanted to like see what I could produce. What could I make with my brain and my resources? And so that's what I'm giving a go at. Like, what's the worst that can happen? That's usually my motto. what's the worst that can happen? A lot of bad things can happen, but like you can just, why not just take the chance, you know? So what is my webcomic going to be about? That's a great question, even though I asked the question myself and you technically can't respond to me. The comic is going to be about a young woman who, actually, this is the best way to describe it. It's going to be a mix of The Purge, Squid Games, and Alice in Borderland, all of which you can watch on Netflix. That is basically the gist of my story. I'm still planning it out, and that's gonna be really exciting to post about that. My goal is to, well, actually, I'm going to state this now. My goal is to eventually print a physical copy. I would love to eventually get to a point where I have people who like who I am and what I do and the comic and maybe like other stuff in the future, and like have like a warehouse and just sell like different kinds of merch to do with the comic. So like obviously the physical comic, I would love to do like figurines. I would love to do like, it's the main things is the physical copies and figurines. I would love to do that. And obviously I also want to make more representation for Black women and girls, so that's a big thing for me. So imagine having a Black figurine. I would cry. That's my big aim. But the main reason why I want to do this is I love art and I love creating, and I've always been quite creative. So I feel like, why not just put it out on the internet? What's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is like I get bullied, and that's like horrible. But like, what are all the amazing things that could happen, you know? And that's the mindset that you should take on as well. What's the worst that can happen? Actually, just be safe. But like, yeah. To be honest, I'm a little tired. This is literally 9 o'clock at night, so I think I'm gonna call it a day. I'm probably gonna post the end picture here. If I don't, this is gonna look really stupid. But yeah, if you made it to this point, thank you, and yeah, see you next time. Bye.